Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
Charlamagne is running a little late, and it's Friday. What up, Jess?
What's up, man?
You in Louisiana, New Orleans for the Super Bowl?
Louisiana. I'm excited, yo. You already know.
Now, what events are you doing? Are you performing, or are you just going for the activities?
So no, I'm coming for the activities, but I do have a couple hostings down here. I did have a show, but the show got canceled.
Oh, wow.
I was on 2 shows that got canceled. We had the Martin show, then that got canceled, and then we had the show at the Zula Center that I was supposed to be with TK Kirkland, D-Ray, Michael Blackson, I believe, something like that. But they canceled it, man.
Wow.
I don't know. Look, what these people got to start understanding, right? These agents, before they pull a plug and on these big shows that they got, is black people buy tickets late, yo. Last minute.
The day before, the day of.
Weekend.
Yes, absolutely. It's funny that you say that. Most people don't understand that. And usually when they let a show go through, they be like, wow, it's sold out. I see it all the time. But usually what happens, like Super Bowl weekend, people pull up and they got to decide what they want to do.
Yeah, like, man, but it's so much to do. And you'd be surprised. People get drunk, they come, they pregame, and then they want to hear some jokes. So they go and buy tickets. Mm-hmm. That's how it go, man. Yeah,
because Thursday, be like, you know what? I'm going to see Jess on Thursday. Friday, I'm going to go see Martin. Saturday, I'm going to go to the club. Then Sunday, we go to, like, that's how people think. But a lot of times, you know, when they're looking at it like, damn, well, if nobody comes or it's halfway sold, we going to lose. So let's cut it. But we see that all the time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but
well, enjoy your Super Bowl, man. Enjoy.
Yes.
Try to take everything. And Louisiana got the best food, so enjoy it all.
Yeah. We got a couple parties, man. I'm going to do the FanDuel party with Cardi B.
Yep.
It's a couple events that I'm going to be at, though.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy yourself out there and enjoy all the food. If you get a chance,
you already know. Listen, y'all told me about a restaurant.
Moros.
What is it called?
Moros.
Yeah, it's called, I know about Moros, but it's one called Mondays, too, by the same person who owns
Moros. Yeah, so Larry Morrow owns all those. He also owns Guest House, which is the club with Cardi B. I think it's going to be there one night. I think 50 going to be there one night. I'll put you in touch with him, so if you want anything that you need,
definitely,
you'll be straight.
All right, that's what's up.
You'll be straight. All right. And salute to everybody in Houston. Shout to my brother Chris, one of the owners of Area 29. It's his birthday. I know they're leaving the Gentleman Strip Club. So salute to everybody in H-Town. Now, 19 Keys will be joining us this morning. Of course, he's the host of the High Level Conversations podcast. So we're going to be kicking with him in a little bit. And there's a lot of new music that came out. Your guy, G3, Jello.
He dropped.
He put the Tweaker remix out.
Ooh.
And you know who's on it?
No.
Lil Wayne.
Oh, so was that? Well, no, yo, the big announcement is funny. Remember, he did all that leading up to, y'all know I'm not going to be at the Super Bowl because I got something to announce.
I don't think this was the big announcement.
The G3 remix?
I don't think this was the big announcement.
He dropping another Carter, but you did all that to tell us that you dropping another album.
You're not excited?
I am excited, but that's why you can't make it to the Super Bowl Sunday.
Yo, shut up.
Come on, yo.
It wasn't Super Bowl or Carter. It wasn't Super Bowl or Carter.
I know, but I definitely wanted to see him at the Super Bowl. Just see him there.
Right.
Just in the crowds,
That's
bringing out the team he could have did.
Not going to happen.
I know.
But let's get the show cracking. We got front page news. Mimi will be joining us. Morgan's actually out today as well. And let's get into the Tweaker remix featuring Lil Wayne. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. That was the Tweaker remix. What you thought? Did you hear it?
I love Wayne. No, I heard Wayne part a little bit. He has play on the ABs and the babies.
Yep.
Hate that.
Well, morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, this Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, and Super Bowl, of course, the Chiefs versus the Eagles. That happens Sunday, February 9th at 6:30 p.m., so the game will start at 6:30. Good morning, Mimi.
Good morning, Envy. Good morning, Jess. How y'all doing?
Good,
What's up, girl?
Good. Happy Friday. So I'll just jump right in. You know, the first story I think has been making headlines all week. A major shakeup in the federal workforce is underway, and a judge has now stepped in and hit pause, at least for now. We're talking about the Trump administration's controversial deferred resignation offer, which gives federal workers a tough choice: resign now and keep their pay and benefits through September, or stay and face potential layoffs. But thanks to a lawsuit from labor unions, a federal judge has delayed the lawsuit at least until Monday. The original deadline was yesterday. Now, the judge in the case will hear arguments from both sides at a court hearing scheduled for Monday afternoon. Now, this buyout, it is being led by Elon Musk and his newly formed Department of Government Efficiency. Democrats, of course, are slamming his efforts to downsize the federal government as illegal. Let's listen to what House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries had to say.
What we are seeing fold is an unlawful power grab by a unelected and unaccountable billionaire puppet master who's pulling the strings of House Republicans and apparently the Trump administration.
Now, according to reports, more than 60,000 workers, they have already accepted the offer. The Trump administration is hoping for 200,000 workers to accept this offer. They need 10% of the federal workforce to resign. They say they're not worried. They think that people will take the offer right before the deadline. Any thoughts on that, guys?
So just to refresh people's mind, this offer is offering them a cash buyout for them to quit their jobs, and he wants to hire people that has his similar beliefs to work with him?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So they're offering them a buyout through the end of September. So you resign now. You just reply to the email. You put resign in the subject line. You can resign. You get 8 months of pay. But a lot of people are like, we don't really believe that he's going to follow through with this. So we'll see what happens. They're going to go to court on Monday, and both sides will battle it out in court. Yeah. So moving on, a judge in Washington State is now blocking President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship. Now, this ruling comes just one day after a Maryland judge also blocked the order. Trump, he signed this executive order on his first day back into office, aiming to restrict birthright citizenship so it would not apply to children born in the U.S. to parents who are not here illegally. Let's hear from Washington Attorney General Nick Brown, who says Trump is overstepping his authority when he issued this executive order in the first place.
We're back to the status quo that we've had in this country for 150 years, that you are an American if you are born on U.S. soil. We do not have a king. We have a president who must abide by the laws. And if they want to amend the Constitution, there is a process by which to do that.
Right. And that process includes, going through Congress. So this order was set to take effect on February 19th. But that has now been halted. And the Justice Department, they are appealing this decision. And this case is headed to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, but the case is expected to go all the way to the Supreme Court. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is front page news. And we'll see you next hour.
Yep. Coming up, we'll talk Super Bowl ticket prices and how they are taking a major dive and why they are so much cheaper this year.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, call us up right now. It's Friday. So if there's something on your mind, there's something you just need to get off your chest again, call us up right now. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest. Wake up. Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Michelle.
Hey, good morning. Get it off your chest.
Guys, I need help. My car got repossessed, and I need $2,000. If you guys, please, I can give you my cash app.
You're not even going to just give us no backstory? You're just going to call frantic and just drop that on us?
Because literally I'm at work. I just started a new job, and I don't get paid until the 16th, but they're going to put it to sale for the 10th. So
how'd you get to work?
Uber. But obviously we know that's expensive. I live in Florida, so it's not like easy, like trains and stuff, So
yeah, you gonna pay us back since you get paid on the 16th.
I'm sorry. I'm just really, really so sorry.
Oh man, I was trying to make you laugh. Damn.
I don't have to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have $2,000 to give right now. I can give you a little something. I can put a little something on it. I ain't give you no $2,000. I don't have $2,000.
Well, put your Cash App out there, Mama. And maybe the listeners out there will feel you and help you out.
And you better be telling the truth, boy. I'm telling God.
M-I.
What is it?
Slow down. Say it again.
TMICHELLEE 29.
Michelle E 29.
Michelle Williams, like from Destiny's Child?
Yeah.
Yes.
What type of car is it that they're repoing?
A Volkswagen Jetta.
So let me make
$2,000.
Let me see. TMICHELLEE 29.
Yes.
How many months did you miss, Mama?
3 months.
Why? Because you was just out of work?
Yeah, she said she got a new job.
All right, I'm putting a little something on it, okay? I hope you're telling the truth.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Where do you work at that you can't talk?
Yeah, she.
No, I could talk, but I'm just frantic. I'm just so
You what?
Yeah, she can't really talk. She sounds like she in the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, people can't really help you if you don't really tell the story. So I understand that, you're going through a lot right now, but you do have to speak up just a tad bit and let everybody know what you're really dealing with.
I'm so sorry. I can't speak. It's just that I'm going through so much emotions that I can't.
And what about family? You got family and friends, Mama?
Yes, they've been helping me, but they've been helping me with rent and food and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I thought I had time. I thought it was like 4 months, but it was 3 months that they start to repossess shit.
Check your Cash App. Let me see if you got what I just sent.
Okay.
And how much is the note a month for your Jetta?
Oh yes, I got it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and all the viewers out there. Anything helps, please.
And I hope you're really spending this money on what you said. Don't go buy no weed now. Don't go buy a zip of that good in Florida or something.
How much is the Jetta a month? How much is the Jetta note a month, Mama?
$444.
You said $444?
Yes.
Okay, Mama.
$444 for a Jetta? The hell? I'm so sorry.
You gonna downgrade? Get you a Honda next time, okay?
No, she probably got the car when the prices were high, because it was one time when all those car prices were high. That's why it's probably extremely high. I know a repossession on your credit is bad, but the cars right now, they're damn near giving them away. If you actually, it would be hard to lose it, but if you was able to get a new car now, it would probably be like $199.
You telling her this when she calling the radio station asking for $2,000?
I'm just telling her.
You just
tell her go buy another car.
Yeah, go buy another car.
No, I was saying,
you're calling up here to get $2,000 to get your car to repossess it, but you know what? If you go buy another one right now,
it'd be $200 cheaper.
If you idiots would be listening, if they took that car and she was able to get another car in a family member's name, it would be $200-$300 cheaper. If you idiots were listening,
why would she get her car in another family member?
I'm telling her.
I'm
trying to tell her. Sometimes she can't.
Man, can we deal with the problem at hand?
But if she can't pay for this car this month, she ain't gonna be able to pay it for next month. It's too expensive for her. And the top of the food.
Maybe she needed to start riding the bus. How about give her that advice? Maybe she
did just get a job, and she don't get paid to the 16th.
But if she gotta pay for food, she said she had family members helping her with food and rent and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got let it go and then get something cheaper. That's all I was saying.
Definitely let it go.
You save something that you save it now, but next month you have the same problem.
Is she still on the line?
No, she hung up. She got your money and hung up.
Well, I hope she does okay.
I hope she does too. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, hello?
Yeah, good morning. What's up?
What's up, DJ Envy, man?
What's up,
Charlamagne the guy and everybody. My name is Justin.
Peace, Justin.
Pleasure, man. I just wanted to get off my chest and to shout out my beautiful wife, Morgan Dalton Smith. Man, she gave birth to both sets of my twins, so I have 6 kids total, and she gave birth to 5 of them. So I just want to shout out, show her love. She's been holding me down for a long time.
Yeah, so
we rocking together.
She had twins from you twice and another child?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Congratulations, brother.
Man, it's a beautiful thing.
Do twins run in your family?
Nah, I actually jokingly call her a predator. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew nothing about it. So when it was pregnant time, it was twins. I'm like, okay. But then if she's pregnant again, it was another set of twins. I'm like, what are the odds of this?
What you mean?
And it learned this is her side of the family.
Oh, it's her side of the family. Okay. Got you.
Well, congratulations, brother.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm grateful.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one. Have a great weekend.
You all do the same.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, good morning, y'all. Big chocolate the toe sucker. So listen, two quick things. Let me say rest in peace, Irv Gotti, condolences to Chris Gotti and the family. And I think Drake is going out like a sucker, right? All these lawsuits against Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick's making him look like a fool. I think Drake needs my help. Check it out. Kendrick Lamar is only 4 feet tall. It's not enough. He can't kiss Lisa Leslie because he ain't tall enough. He got 20 pair of short pants, so he ain't that tough. What do y'all think about my song? Is it rough?
I think that you just, really need to get a job. There's no way that this guy has employment anywhere. I just don't see it for him.
He said he's a comedian.
Drake is not suing Kendrick.
He says have you ever seen him on?
Drake ain't suing Kendrick, but he might as well be. That's why he's gonna lose that lawsuit, because if you suing the record label but you using Kendrick's lyrics to sue the record label, but I'm not suing Kendrick. I'm suing the
not suing Kendrick though.
Kendrick, I saw a picture of Drake yesterday with some cowboy rain boots on.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. He was in Australia. He had on like some rain boots, but they were cowboy boots.
You ain't see rainbow?
They were bright blue. I didn't see rainbow. They were like blue.
I said rain boots.
Oh, you said rainbow. I said rainbow.
Didn't sound like you said rainbow cow boots.
They are rainbow. They rainbow too because they look gay. So either way, what you talking about?
Oh my goodness. Get it off your chest.
Look at this guy. You ain't see this, Jess?
585-1051.
No,
we got Jess with the Mess coming up.
Yes. Yo, speaking of Super Bowl, Lil Wayne dropped some news, and I feel like he's taking shots, trying to rain on a parade.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that next, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Can't believe we put this song in rotation 2 years later.
Yeah, okay. June 2023. Can we do something? Can we play Kendrick? He's performing at the Super Bowl on Sunday. Can we just play some Kendrick every hour?
That would be good.
You know,
that would make sense to me.
Can we support our brother? He's performing at the...
I mean, that would make sense.
The Super Bowl. You don't have too many black rappers performing at. Can we do that this morning?
That would make sense.
No disrespect to Soak City 310, baby, but
all disrespect to Soak City 310, baby.
No, man.
I'm just saying. I know he got new music.
Yo, that is really old.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, I'm just thought about it.
That's Lauren, y'all.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
we
morning,
are
yes.
The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies, She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shifter.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Okay, so Lauren, what's going on with Lil Wayne? Because he's still being shady. I feel like he's overshadowing his own announcement by trying to keep bringing it back to Super Bowl. So
I agree. So Lil Wayne dropped a Super Bowl commercial, and the commercial is with Ciofalo. And y'all got to stay with me on this, because when I first watched it, I was like, is he being shady? I didn't catch it, but I'm gonna explain it. So let's take a listen to some of the moments in the commercial, and then I'll explain what we just listened to.
Wayne, it's a different direction this time, but we have another focus.
Yo, pass me Ciofalo. Let's go.
Hey, we still going?
Nah, this is time sensitive.
So at the end where he says this is time sensitive, that is where he announces the Carter 6 is coming, and there's a sign at the end of the commercial that says do not disturb Carter 6, and he's in the studio basically. He's like, nah, I got better things to do, right? Mm-hmm. People have been waiting on a new Carter. He's going to announce it now. I feel like that's his like, y'all didn't give me Super Bowl, but cool, we gonna go over here and do this. In the beginning of that commercial, when he mentions being sensitive, said it feels all about like sensitive skin or whatever. Y'all remember when Lil Wayne responded to or released that video after it was announced that Kendrick was doing the Super Bowl and everybody was upset? Mm-hmm. People came online and was like, Lil Wayne is being emotional. Like, it's not that deep. People felt like you don't show up for a lot of your performances or whatever the case may be, so they gave it to Kendrick. Kendrick has the biggest song this year. It made sense. Wayne should have just kept it. People thought Wayne should have kept that video to himself.
They didn't give it to Kendrick because Wayne don't show up for his performances. They just gave it to Kendrick because that's just what it is.
He's had a prolific career. He had a great year.
It was never about Wayne.
It never was about Wayne. My first mindset when I saw that commercial was, damn, Wayne, you can't be in a Ciofalo commercial acting ashy. But I think it's a great time to announce your album. It's a Super Bowl commercial. I didn't know it was a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, it's a Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
That's a great time to announce your album.
And Ciofalo is for sensitive skin.
Yep, it's great too.
So I thought it was a great time to announce that album. I mean, it's Super Bowl.
I thought it was too.
And it's going to be running ads? Yeah. Why not use it?
I agree. It was the perfect time. But I just feel like the conversation, of course, people going to lean into the mess. So the conversation has been, is he snubbing the Super Bowl? And it's like, I wouldn't even want that conversation around my album announcement.
He ain't snubbing the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl snubbed him. The Super Bowl didn't want one.
And I wouldn't care because I'm sure they paid him a bunch of M's and he's using that to promote his album as well.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
That's smart.
Well, nice. He just got to leave Super Bowl out of it. Leave all of that out of it.
I agree. I think it overshadows, like you said in the beginning.
Yes. Because I'm excited for the Wayne album. I'm excited. I'm excited. I just want him to focus on himself. Like, yes.
It's going to be 80 million people watching the Super Bowl. If that commercial run on Sunday, that's a win.
What? I'm listening to it as soon as it drops.
Yeah, but you know everybody tune in to Super Bowl for the commercials. Now, speaking of Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar, who we know will be taking the stage during halftime with SZA and whatever else surprise guests, sat down with Apple Music and had a conversation about Super Bowl and just, you know, what the production and preparing for it has been like. Let's take a listen to. First, he talks about the Grammy win and how major that was for him. Let's take a listen to that.
I was just thinking about the culture, really. It's always that for me first. I'm not even bullshit with you. It's like when people talk about rap, man, the conversations I hear, they think it's just rap and it's not an actual art form. So when you put records like that at the forefront, it reminds people that this is more than just something that came 50 years ago. They forget that it's even been here 50 years, right? And like kind of like belittle it. So I love to see that it gets that type of recognition for just straight raps, from awards to the billboards, all that, because this is truly just as big as an art form and a genre as any other genre. And I feel accomplished being able to do that. You know, whether somebody else come behind me and do it again and quadruple it, I love to see it. If that was my purpose to do that, then that's exactly what it was for that particular moment.
That's why Kendrick is in the conversations of greatest of all time. That's why he's distanced himself from all his peers, and you can only talk about him with the GOATs and the ghosts because he cares about the craft. He don't care about sales nor any commercial recognition. He's just about the art.
I respect that, and you can see it bleeds through his music all the time. It bleeds through his performance. So you're absolutely positively right.
Yeah, and he talked a lot about because the question he was asked was basically like, how did it feel for him when he went home and he was like silent and has he gotten a chance to kind of take this all in? That was the gist of the conversation. They then asked him about like just SZA and including SZA on the Super Bowl and the fact that she's had a big year too and he got to see her from the beginning and have they had a chance to kind of crash out together and be like, yo, we here, like so this is his response to that.
We haven't even had a chance to crash out about it because everything been moving fast, like far as production and rehearsals and stuff. So we speak, but it's not. We haven't really got a chance to settle into the moment. For me personally, watching her, it's amazing to see. I get to finally see how certain individuals see me come up in the process because I seen her day one coming in the studio and writing songs, throwing away songs, writing another song. And I understood that process, though, wanting to be great. You know, even when we, you know, people saying this is classic records, you're like, no, you know, I'm going to write another one. And I understood that and I seen it. So to see it now magnified, it's like she always had it, man. She always had it. And I'm just honored to be next to a talent.
Dope.
Love that. I love that. Now, in more Super Bowl conversation, there's two things. So first, yesterday online, Saquon Barkley's wife, her name is Anna Condon, they went and found some tweets from sis. You know, first of all, when they won the game, when the Eagles won the game, there was a...
That is not his wife. That is his lawyer.
That's his wife.
She do give
his fiance.
His fiance. I'm sorry. Well, she does give that if you saw them in a photo together. But when they won that game, and they took the pictures and he went to the sideline and talked to his family, it was people always get upset when they see the black football players with the white wives. So that was a whole thing. They then went and found some alleged tweets from sis using the N-word. And it was a thing that was happening on Twitter. It was hashtag replace a Disney movie with the N-word. So she did the Cheetah Girls and she said the Cheetah N-word.
The Cheetah nigga's funny now. Come on now.
That means Saquon have been creeping on him. That is.
And then somebody had tweeted her, I guess trying to be funny, and said, "Hey, my little gold digger." And she responded, you know what she said?
That's funny.
I guess so. No, not from her.
But it's funny.
Not
It's
from
still
her.
funny.
She responded, "She ain't messing with no broke N-word." That's what these are alleged tweets, right?
I thought she was gonna say gold nigga.
No,
yeah, that's what I thought
see, that
too.
ain't-
No,
she
she
didn't
that
say
clever.
point, no, that-
Now
yeah.
they in six comments. They said one comment says, "Now, girl, look, them tweets have been found. While we want homeboy to focus on the win, just know we gonna be on your behind come Monday morning, win or lose. And
She
if
ain't
it's a
got no
loss,
behind.
Nah, long back, just a long back.
Yo.
Jesus.
Yo, they told her hang it up. If he win, you definitely better hang it up. So they've been on her. She hasn't released a statement as of yet on this. And again, these are alleged tweets.
I wouldn't say hang it up to a white woman and she turn around and say it back. You hang it up. And everybody gonna be mad at her.
Yo.
No.
And you know she'll do it. Y'all done seen these tweets.
Hang it up, flat screen.
Yeah, so
You talking about her ass. I'm sorry.
best of luck to the Super Bowl, basically.
She gonna say it's AI.
Damn.
She might as
yo.
well.
I wouldn't even claim it.
No, when he ran after the game and all that, I thought that was a reporter. I didn't know that was his. I thought that was one of the people, all she needed was a mic. I just thought she was
Mad people were confused. They was like, wait, that's his wife? But then she had the kids in her hands. So they was like, oh, shoot, okay.
Whole time.
All right.
They're just trying to distract you, Saquon.
Stay focused, baby.
That's right. Now, even though you playing for Philly and that's Dr. Umar's team, he don't approve of that relationship.
I am
But
totally against it.
just don't be distracted. Okay?
And don't let her get in the booth with Gilly.
Then y'all say what? Good luck, right? Jesus Christ. All right. Well, that was Jess with the Mess. When we come back, we got front page news. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Charlamagne the God here, and I want you to let Audible expand your life by listening. Tap into your well-being with audiobooks, podcasts, and originals on better health, relationships, finance, and more. And reach the goals you set for yourself. Sign up today for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Hey everybody, it's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some front page news. Some quick sports. Super Bowl over this. Super Bowl is Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Now, who you got, Jess?
I got the Eagles. I gotta go with the cousin city. It ain't no DMV up in there, but Philly is right next door, so I gotta go with the Eagles.
Charlamagne?
I want the Eagles to win. On paper, I believe the Eagles can win. I believe that it's going to be hard to stop Saquon Barkley. If you do stop Saquon Barkley, then Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and all of those guys can hurt you. But they are going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, the referees, and Taylor Swift. It's going to be very difficult to overcome that task. But I want the Eagles to win, but my heart says the Eagles, my head says the Kansas City Chiefs will win.
Yeah, I don't necessarily care. I would love to see the Chiefs get a three-peat, but then I want to see Saquon Barkley get a ring. But I'm just going. I'm watching for the enjoyment. I don't really have a dog in this fight. I just want to enjoy a good game.
And then it's just the Eagles represent blackness to me. You know what I'm saying? Black ass, tough city, black ass players. The Chiefs just represent whiteness. A lot of mayonnaise over there. A lot of mayonnaise. A lot of mayonnaise.
You are such a Taylor Swift hater.
It's not just Swift though. It's Patrick Mahomes' wife. It's Travis Kelce.
He's Patrick Mahomes' wife.
Oh my
it's
God.
Donald Trump congratulating them. It's just a lot of mayonnaise.
Saquon Barkley's wife is white as well.
Yeah,
She making a lot of racist remarks.
Me and Dr. Umar don't approve of that either.
She is?
Yes.
Oh my God. I did not know that.
Y'all gonna talk about it in the rumors, I believe.
All right.
Good morning, Mimi.
Good morning, y'all. So, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt is unveiling President Trump's tax plan. The administration is calling it the largest tax cut in history for middle-class working Americans. Let's hear from Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt on what's exactly included in the package.
No tax on tips, which is obviously a very public campaign promise that the president made. No tax on seniors' Social Security. No tax on overtime pay. Renewing President Trump's 2017 middle-class tax cuts. Again, these are the president's priorities. Adjusting the SALT cap, eliminate all the special tax breaks for billionaire sports team owners, close the carried interest tax deduction loophole, tax cuts for Made in America products. This will be the largest tax cut in history for middle-class working Americans. The president is committed to working with Congress to get this done.
Maybe I need to hear that again and read that again, because where was the middle class tax cuts? I heard tax cuts for billionaires and everything. Where was the middle class? What middle class got tax cuts?
Yeah, there really wasn't any. In this announcement, it's coming after The Republicans, they met for 5 hours at the White House. They failed to reach a final deal on how to exactly extend his tax cuts, but senior lawmakers say they are close in agreement. Now, of course, Republicans, they hold a majority in both the House and the Senate. They spent weeks trying to agree on a plan to cover the cost of extending the tax cuts, but nonpartisan analysts, they say that this tax plan is going to add another $4 trillion to the country's $36 trillion deficit over the next decade. So I don't know how that's going to help. All right, so federal health workers, they are also on high alert after there's a disturbing website called DEI Watch List. It began making its rounds on social media. The site features the names, the photos, and other information of dozens of federal workers, many of whom are minorities, working in healthcare-related agencies like the Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the National Institute of Health. So the site at one point labeled these individuals as targets for their involvement in diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, as well as for activities like donating to democratic causes and using pronouns in their bio. So legal experts, they're calling this, of course, an intimidation tactic and part of the Trump administration's push to dismantle parts of the federal government. Now, the website, it's been online for about a week, and there's a conservative group that they're saying that's behind it called the American Accountability Foundation. They're also listed as an advisor on Project 2025.
I was looking at that list the other day, and it's amazing to me, Mimi, how marginalized communities are being targeted. Black people, brown people, white women. What I was thinking is, how do they know these folks aren't qualified, though? Are they're just looking at them and just saying, hey, because of their identity, they're DEI hires? How do they know that these people aren't qualified?
They don't. They're looking at their skin and literally putting them on this list. And people are saying that they've been getting calls. They've been getting harassed already from this list. There's like 50 or 60 people on this list. So pretty dangerous. Okay, and so switching gears to Super Bowl weekend, we all know that Super Bowl tickets can be expensive. But this year, for some reason, prices are down. In fact, they've fallen like 60% this week. According to the retail site TickPick, the downfall has to do with one thing, and that is location. Apparently, the Super Bowl has been in New Orleans like 10 times. This is the 11th time it's going to be in New Orleans, and people are just, not that excited about it. The cheapest ticket is about $2,500. To put that in perspective, last year, the cheapest ticket in Vegas went for about $5,400.
That had to be from this week, because last week and a week before that, it was $12,000.
Yeah, nobody's buying.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different factors. Nobody wants to see Taylor Swift. And Donald Trump's going to be at the game. That's probably a whole other security hassle.
Yeah, another headache.
Well, I don't know, Charlotte, because according to TMZ, people are they're willing to buy suites so they can see Donald Trump and Taylor Swift. Like, that's apparently like the draw right now. They want to be in the eyesight of the two biggest names at the Superdome.
I can't wait to see Taylor Swift and Donald Trump interact. I bet you Taylor won't stand on business. Taylor, you put that post up going against Trump during the campaign, endorsing Kamala. I bet you fold.
I bet she won't.
I bet you fold.
She ain't gonna fold.
When Trump comes in that suite, because Patrick Mahomes' wife is a big Trump supporter. What's the over-under on Taylor Swift and Donald Trump having a friendly interaction? Let's go. That's the bet.
Thank you, Mimi.
That's your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me on social at Mimi Brown TV. And for more news coverage, follow the Black Information Network or download the free iHeartRadio app and visit BINnews.com.
I want to ask Mimi one thing. How's your family and house and everything? I know you out in LA, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow. No, we're good. I'm in Studio City. So the closest fire to me, there was a fire in Studio City, but we just had to evacuate for a day. Nothing like, the rest of the people,
Good God. It was good to know you're okay.
Yeah, thank y'all. I appreciate that. It was a little scary, but, we're good. Thank you.
Yeah.
All righty, Mimi. Have a great weekend.
All right, y'all. Have a good weekend.
Peace.
Everybody else, when we come back, 19 Keys will be joining us. He's the host of High Level Conversations podcast, and we're going to talk to him next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I feel hypocritical speaking to people about economic empowerment and liberation and then working for the white man. You feel me? But I grew up at a time my parents told me I was a guy, that I could do anything. So they installed this belief and this pride, right, within self that I see was missing in the world. A lot of people look at it when I talk about truth or truth seeking. It's not that I think I'm better than somebody who just focuses on money. I think I'm just better at focusing on truth. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's my pathway to influence. And that's the one thing that I can give to the world. So as a futurist, I'm always looking ahead and saying, what space are we not playing in? And if I can direct our energy and our attention there before it's too late, we can have some power and ownership.
You talk about entrepreneurship and how important that is, especially for our culture. So speak on that, because a lot of people don't necessarily get entrepreneurship because they weren't raised by it, right? They're raised to work a 9-to-5, busy bee worker. So break that down a little bit.
Well, I think it's monumentally important, and I could first look at, like, why did we shift away from it? If you look at in the early 1960s, the CIA would fund certain groups that was pushing more towards Afrocentricity, right? And the reason they did that, because they would rather you have just their symbolic cultural pride than actual ownership, right? You take somebody like John Horse, who fought in multiple wars for his freedom. When I think about a story like that, that's a story of resilience. You know what I mean? Like, to fight in war at that time was hard, especially to survive. Not only that, we learned about Harriet Tubman, but with John Horse, he took over 200 people over 800 miles to Mexico for freedom. Now, as entrepreneurs, what are we doing? It's an act of rebellion. It's a act of resilience, right? We saying that I want to be a consumer. I want to produce what I consume, right? That's the direct mindset that they want to eliminate. Because if we have that sort of thought process, then you take your child and you start building generational wealth by teaching them skill sets, by saying, look, Pops built up this coffee company, right? This is what our last name represents, this industry. Now, this is what you get to command and take over and expand. Now, you give purpose and vision and guidance to the next generation. So for me, when I fired my job, I worked at Prada for a number of years.
I like how you say that, fired my job.
Yep.
Yeah. They couldn't afford me no more. I got too smart for them. So it really wasn't fair for me to continue to work for them. You feel me?
What was you doing exactly?
Sales.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm in there speaking Mandarin. You feel me? I learned how to sell very well, where I was studying every psychological book that I possibly could on it. And, you know, a command of language and communication has always been my forte, and I realized I was extremely good at it. But what I also realized, I was there to steal the knowledge and then go utilize that for myself. So soon as I fired them, I actually opened up a business in Oakland, California, right? I had a storefront where it was a clothing store. The store at the time was called Musa Hill. Do art as well, so I would sell my paintings throughout there. It lasted for about 2 years, and then somebody hired me to come speak at their school, Chabot College, and I went there and I had a plan. I said, when I go there, I'm going to speak. And at the time, I got like 500 followers. But I said, I'm going to speak and it's going to go viral. Now, everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. But I understood the type of conversations that I had, that if the world heard, right, it would be needed and valuable. So therefore I did, and they did go viral. And then the following started to come in. And I couldn't manage both at the same time. I couldn't manage to continue to do the clothing. I found a calling and a purpose in that. And I said, let me go full time on that. Right, as being 19 keys for the world.
Well, I want to ask you two things. You talked about going to the Elijah Muhammad School,
Elijah's Educational Center.
So what was that culture shift like when you come from getting the knowledge, studying things like, you know, Elijah Muhammad, Message to the Black Man, but then going to public school? Because you light years ahead of everybody.
Yeah, it was crazy because it was like a culture shock, because them kids was crazy. You feel me? Mannish and freaky. You feel me? They was wild and stuff that, it wasn't that we were just ultimately sheltered, right? We understood the world existed. I still grew up in Oakland. I still grew up off 24th and Telegraph. When we went back to school, you feel me? None of the kids in our environment went to the same school that we did. So we understood it, that, you know, everybody else had a different way of living. We were always the Muslim family in the neighborhood. You feel me? All our other friends was Christian and things of that nature. So, but going to that public school, number one, I realized, and I started to feel sorry for other children, right? I used to feel sorry for kids that believed in Santa Claus when I was younger. I thought they was dumb. Straight up.
Word.
Right? Because the story just didn't make no sense to me.
That's what I tell you.
Well, because y'all feel that don't.
Why lie to your kids? Why tell your black children that it's a fat white man coming down the chimney?
I think when you grow up, because like for me, like it was like, okay, it's a myth of Santa Claus, but when I grew up, it was more so like, oh, you can believe in something that's not real, and it's kind of like dreaming.
And then you get older and realize that's not real, and that's why people even get a disconnection from God, because
that
they're like,
didn't
damn.
happen. That didn't happen with me. That happened with everybody else. For me, it was like, okay, if my mom can work however long a year to make Christmas happen, blood, sweat, and tears, but she wants me to believe in something bigger because for whatever reason, let me go out into the world and see what believing in something bigger can do, because I know she busts up
Give a
behind.
fat white man the credit for her.
I had black Santa
Yeah.
Clauses in my house, and coming down when my mom, when we would see Santa, they were black, and she did that on purpose.
Why did you feel sorry for him, 19 Keys?
Well, because I just didn't think it was smart. It didn't make any sense to me. And I just remember being younger and feeling like the truth is the best thing you can know. Like actually being in reality.
Y'all right, but nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining.
Exactly.
Like,
And some of it got to be entertainment too. Not got to be, but that's what people want.
Well, that captures people's attention to remember things, and even negative things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The reason we focus on negative things is because it's based on our survival. We evolved to see negative things and focus more on it because we evolved to survive in case things are threats. So we give them more attention than they should. We get one negative comment out of 1,000, and then all of our brain processes focuses in on that to make sure that that's not a threat, but then we remember that more and we magnify it. So the problem is usually never as big as it really is in reality. It's our perception of it, because there's always something positive going on, but we don't pay attention to it as much. So we live in a world of low-level information, low-level entertainment, low-level conversations, right? And most people don't have a reasoning ability, critical thinking skills to analyze data, or even have the time to do it. When you think about having time to process information is the key. I spend a lot of time reflecting on things before I speak, which is why I don't want to just sound like, oh, I seen something on Twitter, so now I'm going to reverberate whatever that was. No, I want to say, okay, what do you actually think about it? And most people don't realize they're not actually thinking. They're reacting. They don't know how to respond. They don't have an ability to respond, so they're not responsible, right? When things happen in the media, we just react. Now there's videos, reaction, because you don't actually know what you think. You just know how to react. That's low level. High level is taking time to actually think about it, study it, go into a deep analysis, understand the root of it. So now you have the ability to see it from a different perspective and analyze things. That's what we have to be, but this is what I know, is that the average and the majority of people will never get there. Most people will stay stuck in this matrix. This is why they need leaders. Even though it shouldn't be this point to where you're looking for a savior. I say save yourself.
All right, we have more with 19 Keys when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is hanging with us this morning, and we're still kicking it with 19 Keys. Charlamagne?
I want to talk more about that boycott too.
I do too.
We gonna get into it
because it's interesting with the boycott. Because I see what the call to action is. It's the boycott, but what do we hope to gain from said boycott? And I think it's wild that people are targeting just Target when Amazon did the same thing.
Yes.
Meta did the same thing. Well, that's Meta.
Facebook,
Meta did the
Instagram,
same
all
thing.
that, yeah.
Walmart's done the same thing. It's like, why just Target? And you're protesting on the platform that's also doing the same thing to you?
I think we like to pacify and get symbols versus substance.
And I'm not saying they're wrong for boycotting.
No,
I just need to hear more.
I'm not gonna dog them. I think that they're just used to a certain playbook, and this is what they know. This is how they know to react and know how to respond. Again, it goes back to history. We are continuing to look at how do we become activists, how do we become revolutionary, and we take a certain archetype, right? We take the Martin, the Malcolm, and say, okay, well, if I want to be a revolutionary activist, I'm going to do this. The problem is we're in a new time, so it has to evolve and has to look more innovative in the way that we go about doing things. When I talked about the Seminole Wars, they spent billions of dollars trying to capture them, and they realized, number one, we could have spent that money building ourselves up, right? Building our world up. Why are we spending billions of dollars to try to capture slaves? That didn't make no sense to them. We spent billions of dollars in the civil rights era trying to integrate. And when we were boycotting the bus lines, we could have took all of that focus and created our own bus systems. We could have took all of that money, that time, that energy, and that protest and say, what about these businesses that we can build up? Instead, we were looking to be accepted. And we weren't going for real power. We was going for symbolic power, power of gesture. So the real power would be saying, you know what? Our focus becomes this round table. And this is where I put the onus on black leadership. Because we say we ain't got black leadership. We actually do, right? But they just don't position themselves as such. You got the Divine Nine. That is a powerful organization and network all throughout America. We've seen that power when Kamala Harris was able to raise $1 billion, right? We bragged about the power, matter of fact, that we can get on a call of 10,000 of us instantly overnight and raise millions of dollars. Our problem has always been shifting power in the wrong direction. Instead of empowering ourselves, we're asking somebody else to give us power. And my thought process and my plan behind the scenes, we're working on a lot of different things, is how you create your own digital nation, and then that digital nation creates and buys physical assets. You can do things like DAOs. You ain't got to buy into nothing. You can say, okay, Black Church, NABJ, HBCUs, everybody that wants to, all the activists, everybody that wants to have a voice, how about we create a decentralized autonomous organization, which essentially is saying that everybody can become a citizen of it and vote what we want to do next. If we put together millions of dollars inside this treasury, then we can decide what we want to buy with that money, what we want to create, right? We can start our own social media. We can build our own targets. All of these things were created by founders and men. These things are not impossible to do. But as long as we use these systems, there's impossible ways to fight them.
All of that, I agree. I think that and what you're trying to do is needed. But my pushback would be, or just, I want to hear your thoughts on it. Number one, like, you talk about social media and just, creating our own. We have fan base, right? People complain about X and Instagram, but they don't go to fan base, right? And then you have Tabitha Brown, who got a lot of pushback because she was like, look, let's be smarter. Let's support the Black brands so they don't disappear on these corporate levels. Then we can take that money and then go build our own. So we need somebody in the room to get in, infiltrate, and then we move our own. We don't support stuff like that. We don't support the fan bases. So when do we ever get to that point where it's centralized, where we can actually move the way you're talking about? Because I think
we shouldn't say we're not supporting fan base.
Yeah, I think he raised the most money out of any platform.
It's not that we're not supporting it, but people are not. There's not a mass exit from Twitter or Instagram. Like there's not. Well, and that I think two things can be true with that.
I think that it's not just the fact that people don't want to support it. I think it's the way he's building it. And that's no disrespect to Isaac Hayes. I had tweeted out the other day, me and him had our differences, but I would still utilize fan base because I would be hypocritical not to. Right? And I believe there should be a mass exodus and people should utilize it. I think that, when I had a conversation with him years ago, I was telling him, or at least advising what I believe was one of the best routes to get a mass amount of people to utilize it. Because unfortunately, we don't go to things because they Black owned. What is the most important thing? I think is economic sovereignty. If we can all agree that we must do for self, we can all agree that we need to have our own banks, our own systems, our own schools, education, then we decide, okay, well then what is the best route? This is why I believe in things like DAOs and voting mechanisms. This is not something that's going to take 100 years. This is something that can get done in 100 days, right? And what we should be focusing on is efficiency, right? What is the most efficient and effective way to do it? Because I think that when I look at these boycotts, I look at inefficient, old, outdated models, right, of activism that we keep recycling, but they don't create any progress. So therefore, it's easy to control because they already know that playbook. Oh, they're going to try to boycott us for 40 days. Just wait that out. Don't even worry about it. You feel
and
me?
We look even crazier boycotting something like Target while we're on platforms that have also rolled back their DEI.
Come on now, Mark Zuckerberg rolled it back. We talking about it on X and Twitter. This is how they know you're not serious. And a lot of people might not like this. But again, when you go back to the timelines of history, we have this Malcolm and Martin paradox, right? People pick sides. And it's more creating a conflict between us. Oh, I'm Malcolm, I'm non-pacifist. Oh, you more aggressive. Oh, I'm Muslim, you Christian. I believe the powers that be knew what narratives to push on the Black community that was more divisive. Why don't we study Marcus Garvey and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who had the most successful economic blueprints?
And especially when Malcolm was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's student.
No, 100%. But when you look at history, people go say, well, they killed this, and it's not true. But first of all, you should look at it based on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had a third grade education. He built an entire ecosystem in America with this intelligence. Who is that man? How was he able to do it? And I don't care if you like him or not. If he had the right blueprint, then we should follow it.
Right.
That's it. Like, we got to get off our feelings about whether he was Christian or Muslim or this and that. And I believe that's what holds us back. Because we're not following the right blueprint. We're looking at who we like. And that's because we're focused on how do we maintain and have more control. The Black church are not going to push no economic plan by Elijah Muhammad because they need you to continue to follow them. And some of the stuff that they do is just downright disrespectful and not teaching the correct history. So I believe that it's this timeline that we have in the way that we look at history, which is why we don't see ourselves a certain way. If we see ourselves as, wait a minute, this man had banks, he had schools, he had airplanes, he had aviation schools, trusts, farms, import, export with poultry, banks, temples all across America. It was an economic network. Black Wall Street was one place in time. We have to make it not just how do we create one Black Wall Street, how do we create the economic network that is Black Wall Street today? And we don't have to reference in the past something that's attached to trauma. We can look at something that was happening in the 1960s. And when you look at history, you look at the fact that we stopped focusing on global allies. We stopped going into this radical mind, right? And we went to a more pacifist way of thinking. And I think that that's what's dangerous today.
All right, we got more with 19 Keys when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is hanging with us as well. We're still kicking with 19 Keys. Charlamagne?
You know, everything you're talking about, what do you think of, like, because you're describing basically like a sovereign wealth fund.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Trump just signed the order establishing a sovereign wealth fund for America. So it's like, you're right. They're doing things that we could potentially be doing.
They show you the blueprint
right there.
You want to do boycott? That's old. That's just one part of it. If y'all want to be the activists, sure, we need somebody to make the noise, right? We need somebody to bring attention, but allow people who actually have real plans about infrastructure. And I don't need to come on here and break it all down. That's void of the point. You don't need to let your enemy know everything that you're doing. But the point is that there are real people who actually know how to lead these things. And the reason that I'm saying, like, I don't want to just go on social media and say it. I want to have these conversations with leaders behind the scenes.
I feel like, 19 Keys, you represent a new generation of radical Black consciousness that has always existed, has always cut through, and is always needed. That's why, throughout the history of Breakfast Club, all of the OGs are older. Dr. Claude Anderson is older. Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is older. Dick Gregory is no longer here. So, if we don't highlight you or the Wesley Muhammads or the Nuri Muhammads, I feel like we're doing our culture a disservice. Our community a disservice. I don't like to use the word culture because I'm not sure if we have one.
Yeah, I think we devalue culture because we don't have enough values that we push. If you look around the room, right, it's a lot of great entertainers, right? It's a lot of money, billions and billions of dollars.
The activists, not the activists, but you got Dr. Claude Anderson up there. Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is up here. Dick Gregory is up there.
I ain't even see on pictures.
Yeah.
I got to go in on y'all. Y'all the little smart. Got him in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
But, the whole entire point of it is that I think we need to understand what the time we're living in right now. Without knowledge of the time, we will lose. And we're in an interesting cycle, right? We're at the end of an empire. And right now, they're going to pull out all stops, a complete oligarchy control. Again, people should go study Doge, right? I'm talking about ancient in Venetia that lasted for 1,100 years. And it was a oligarch society, the longest lasting one. They playing in your face. They know that we don't read enough. They know that people not busy enough. They know that they can turn it into a meme, but then run the same play that they've ran throughout history to control the people, right? And so now it's saying that, okay, we know what they doing, but what are we doing? And so, my proposal is having these roundtable discussions in front of the culture, but first having one behind the scene about our agreements. So what I'm telling us is that we have to be a cosmic people.
There you have
So what is the Save Yourself tour, man? Tell them when the dates are, where they can see you, be a part of these roundtable discussions.
You can go to 19keys.com to sign up for the discussions. So we got the Gramercy Theater. I believe it's already sold out. But I believe we're going to Atlanta next, and all the dates will be on the website. The goal is to spread this one out. Tours are very expensive, and we wanted to figure out how do we create activations more so throughout the year, right? Because the goal with each one is to have a conversation with the people, a high-level conversation. I truly believe that that's what's missing in society. High-level conversation, then activation, right? So we know how to utilize AI. We understand cryptocurrency, all right? We understand blockchain systems, right? We have the funding, the right people to access the resources. The goal is to bring them together in a room, have plans, and then execute on those plans. The other day, I built a DAO system by myself, just testing it out. Years ago, that was much harder to do. Every year, these systems become much easier to use. We're just not practicing and using them, updating ourselves. So save yourself is literally a measure like, bro, you're not drowning, save yourself, right? Start investing, right? Ain't nothing wrong with you. Start working, getting your mind right. You think you stressed, man, get out the world and go meditate. Go into nature. You feel me? Like, somebody don't want to give you a job, bro. Create your own. Develop you a skill set over time. Learn AI, man. People need that. Start learning how to master prompt on these systems, right? Look at where there's a problem and build an app. You got influence, connect with somebody with some money. Combine these things together, right? So the message of save yourself is a reinvention of the message of do for self, right? That we don't need anybody to save us, and nobody's coming to save us, and nobody needs to come to save us. When I look at the wealth standard of the Asians, who have the highest household income in America, they're the most educated. They invest their money in gold and things of that nature. Their culture is a savior culture. Gold is at an all-time high today. They say Indian women have the most gold, right? So no matter what's going on in the world, inside their cultural standards, right, is how to save yourself no matter what. We don't have to tell everybody what to do. It's just a cultural practice. So the code is, how do we then just create that as a cultural practice where these meetings and all this radical stuff is not necessary? Because when wealth is, we don't want financial literacy and wealth to be a revolutionary act. We want it to be normal. We want to just have generational wealth. And the only type of wealth that matters is generational, because if it's not passed down, then it's individualistic, right? It's just something that you got, but what did you do with it? Who did you pass along? Where's the power? The boomers about to pass all this wealth to millennials, not us. We look what happened out in California with the wildfires in Altadena, and that's very unfortunate, because I believe we need to come together even more for that community that just lost all that generational wealth, all that real estate that was passed down. You know, Octavia Butler comes from there, the mother of futurism, and Afrofuturism, and she predicted that. She predicted that it was going to be up in flame. You know, the Hopi people had a prophecy that once we stop being in harmony with the land and we just focus on extraction and domination, then that's when Mother Earth turns on us, right? And we need to get back into harmony and flow, and we need a more resilient mind. So everywhere we go, we'll be teaching these things. We'll be having these conversations. It's going to be experiential. It's not just me talking. I'm actually going to talk to the crowd. And the focus, we build our own media network and platforms, right? And we want to platform more talented people. We want scientists on there. We want authors. We want people of vast knowledge and skill set, people of differing opinions. My goal is to make you think, because I believe as a thinking man, you a free man.
All right. Well, there you
19 Keys. Where they can follow you, 19?
Man, they can find me on 19_Keys, or you can follow the YouTube channel 19 Keys. I drop lectures there all the time, so make sure you tap in.
Make sure you subscribe to the High Level Conversations podcast with 19 Keys.
All right. It's 19 Keys. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real, brother. Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore. Just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shifter.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Hey, Lauren, what's going on with Kanye, yo? I seen some interesting tweets.
Oh,
so
boy.
whatever. What's up with this man?
Yo, Kanye is on Twitter, currently active right now, still
Talking
tweeting.
to himself.
Exactly. So last night, in a string of tweets, Kanye wanted to let people know he feel like Diddy should be free. So he tweeted "Free Puff." That was the first tweet, right? And then after he tweeted "Free Puff," he just started going in. He said, all these celebrity N-words and B's is the P word. Y'all watch her brother ride and never say nothing. F all the woke stuff. Y'all N-words addicted to complaining. Do something. We watched them try to cancel Chris Brown and ain't nobody do nothing. I was the P word then too. Chris Brown, it's you until the walls fall off. Slavery is a choice.
Hey, yo. Chris Brown and Diddy are two different niggas, yo. What? Because they are. They're very much on two total different ends of the spectrum.
We got more tweets to get to.
All right.
So then he comes back because people are like, now people are picking up the Free Puff. So Kanye's like, well, any N-word that come in my face and ask me about that Puff tweet, I'm stealing off on them immediately. I don't give a F about you. 8 feet tall, I'ma jump and steal off on you. No more N-words telling me what the color hat to wear. If you ask me on the phone, I'm hanging up immediately and never speaking to you again. If you DM me, I'm blocking you. If you N-words is controlled and broke, all you Kamala D riding F words.
That rhyme with maggots.
Yes.
Fraggle maggots.
Yep. Y'all got everything to say about my opinions when you just doing what the N-words make you do for money. You F words don't mean gay either. It means the F word like it always meant. You effing. Oh, I can't say that.
You said effing. You fine.
Oh, effing R word. Okay.
She too careful. They should have let me read it.
No, we definitely can't let you read it.
No.
Definitely can't let you read it.
Come on, Lauren.
And then, so in the string of all these tweets, right? He FaceTimes Christian, or somehow they end up on FaceTime. I don't know who called who. Christian, Diddy's son.
Yep.
And Christian's like, yeah, like, free my dad. Then Kanye releases a Sean John collab on his Yeezy.com website. Here's one of the t-shirts. It's just simple t-shirts that say Sean John on them. That he says that him and Puff were talking about before Puff got locked up. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna release them now. Free Puff. They listed on his website for $20. And then he just keeps going, yo. Like he then starts to talk about the Jews. He says he's a Nazi. He says,
yeah, he said he's a Nazi.
Yes, he said I'm a Nazi, literally in a tweet. He also said, I thought this was a good one. He said there are theirs, and theirs. That's can I say?
Let me see.
Yep.
Here,
that's the word.
The H word. Is that a slur?
Honkies?
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, you can say
honkies.
Oh, okay.
Honky. Like, come on, Lauren.
That's some hunky S word. I don't got time to be figuring out none of that. When I tweet, there's nothing whiter than English itself. The N word to speak perfect English be broke. Schools and religions are made to control and limit critical entrepreneurial thinking. You F word, educated R words. It's a lot. What else he said? He said some of his best friends are Jewish and he still don't trust any of them. He said he does have dominion over his wife. This ain't no woke feminist S word. She's with a billionaire. Why would she listen to any of you dumb A broke B's? People say the red carpet look was her decision. Yes, I don't make her do nothing she doesn't want to do, but definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without my approval. You stupid A woke pawns. He says she's a billionaire. Why wouldn't she listen? He said he's buying 2 Maybachs tomorrow. He's going to make the Jewish person that sells the Maybach to him read all his tweets.
If he wants to ride for Diddy, nothing wrong with that. That's on him. But we do realize Kanye has been acting out all week because he's envious of Kendrick's moment, right?
No, I mean, and then didn't some just come out, him and his wife autistic, right?
Both of them.
Both of them are
the wife made him go get checked
autistic,
out.
right?
No, just him.
That's just attention seeking. He's doing that because he's envious of Kendrick's moment. He wishes this was him because Kendrick is having a moment for being a prolific artist who took out his #1 op, Drake. Right? That's what Kanye wishes that was him in this moment. So he's been doing all these antics for attention all week because he's trying to get people to do exactly what they are doing now, and that's talking about him. But Kanye, that is a sideshow compared to what Kendrick did on Sunday at the Grammys and what Kendrick is going to do this Sunday at the Super Bowl.
And then what you did at the Grammys, you bought a raw chicken wing on the red carpet.
Raw chicken.
I wonder if she's ever cold, yo. It's like, you don't ever be cold.
She came in with a coat first, then she took it off.
And this is the cheapest. This is the cheapest relationship. He ain't never got to spend no money on no clothes. Cause Shorty ain't never got none on.
And you using the right word, just cheap. All these antics are cheap. Yeah. Meanwhile, you got people on that stage being rewarded for their art the way that you used to, Kanye. Right. And Kendrick Lamar got rewarded 5 times for a diss record to your #1 op. You wish that was
3,
you.
4, 5 plus 5, 8.
But the crazy thing about all that, you just said everything that he said. We just talked about Kanye for about 2-3 minutes. And nobody ever said that he released a record last night.
That's what I'm saying.
He did.
Crazy.
Bully. I didn't even.
He released a record last night.
Too much to get through.
That's what I'm saying. Kendrick is getting rewarded and praised all week for being a prolific artist.
Yeah.
Who took out Kanye's #1 op. Kanye wishes that was him. All these antics are cheap to try to get attention, to try to step on Kendrick's moment for the week. We don't care, Kanye.
Yeah.
We don't care.
And it just don't make no sense. He tweeted he turned down 3 photos this week with a Make-A-Wish kid in a wheelchair. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And then he said he got in the shower, thought him worth. I don't understand. He said he's not off the Henny either.
And he's proud of the fact that a kid would make a wish that means the kid is going to die soon. And his wish was to take a picture with Ye, and you turned it down, and you proud of that?
He said he's not off the Henny either.
A clown.
That took the whole dang shoot.
Yeah, well.
What else we got going on, yo?
We don't have time for it.
Okay, so real quick, and I don't like people who do corny stuff, but then try to make it seem like just because they're getting money, it's not corny.
It's
I
corny.
don't care that you're a billionaire.
Billionaires are
I don't
corny.
care that you're a white billionaire. There's plenty of corny ass billionaires.
He said, I spent 1.5 M's on my Super Bowl commercials, and I tweeted all this. Let's see if Fox don't get that money back. He tweeted that.
We don't care. It's still corny. And guess what? Culture will reign supreme when Kendrick Lamar takes that Super Bowl stage on Sunday, and that was what everybody is going to be talking about. So go in and get butt naked, show your titties, Kanye. We still don't care.
Dang.
Because that's the only thing left to do. You got to show your titties now. Because he got some.
He said he cut the grass sometimes too on Twitter, so maybe he planned to show something else.
Oh, but that's why
Oh God. Oh my God. I want to mention they did the NFL honors and Snoop took shots at Bill Belichick and his new little young thing. Let's take a listen.
I've been a football fan for a long, long time. I mean, I remember back when the Cowboys was good. I remember back when the Chiefs was bad. And I remember, what was it? Bill Belichick's girlfriend wasn't even born yet.
How old is she? Like 24 years old?
His cheerleader girlfriend is 24.
And Bill Belichick is what, 72?
72.
Jesus Christ.
They've been on his body since they popped out last summer together.
She a white 24, so she technically like 50 or 40.
You are stupid.
Not even gonna hold you, Jess. Her face do give like 52.
Yeah.
Body give 24, face give 52, but I don't know with the mouth.
Right.
Mad Cialis, Viagra, and gas station pills and the honey packs, all that.
Dang.
It's all good.
You trying to take him out of here.
All right. Thank you, Jess, with the mess. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Lauren. When we come back, Charlamagne, who are you giving that donkey to?
Man, there's a state trooper. I don't know if she is a state trooper still, but she don't need to be. Her name is Jennifer Albuja. She needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with her, please.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Peace to the planet, Charlamagne the God here, and I want you to know that our audible pick of the day is Atlas of the Heart. Tap into Brene Brown's incredible insight on understanding emotions and making meaningful connections. Listen when you sign up for a free trial at audible.com/breakfast club. Some donkey todays just saw themselves.
I've been watching Charlamagne. I was ready for it.
I never heard of donkey the other day. What is it?
I'm a donkey.
Say it again, Charlamagne.
I'm a donkey.
Yes, you are a donkey.
So I'll show you how to act a donkey.
Everything that Charlamagne is saying is true.
Okay, hold on. Donkey today for Friday, February 7th goes to a New Jersey state trooper named Jennifer Albuja. Jennifer, I am disappointed in you, but you represent what the world is now, and that's a bunch of people with zero empathy for their fellow man or woman, okay? We don't give a damn about what other humans are going through, and that's how I know Jesus has no desire to return to this God-forsaken place, okay? Why would you want to come back to a place your father has abandoned? By the way, God ain't lost, we are. Okay, God don't need to find us. We need to find God. And Jennifer, you absolutely need Jesus and you need his father. Throw some Holy Ghost on that thing too, because this story I heard for the first time today was insane. See, because of Jennifer Albuja, an Essex County jury has handed down an $11.5 million verdict, and I don't think that's enough money. Okay, why did they have to hand this money down? Because back in 2017, Jennifer pulled over a woman named Cheryl Rhines of Jersey City, New Jersey. Drop on the clues bombs for Cheryl Rhines. I'm telling you right now, this story is going to piss you off, okay? This is why back in 88, NWA wrote songs like F the Police, okay? When you hear Kendrick Lamar this Sunday, when he's performing All Right, say, all my life I had to fight, and you hear him saying we hate the po-po, it's because of stories like this. Now, I know all police officers aren't bad, okay? I got love for law enforcement when they do their job correctly, and I know their job is difficult, but cops like Jennifer Albuja give cops a bad name. And I would hope that police officers around the country, but especially cops in the beautiful state of New Jersey, would denounce this disgusting display of behavior from Jennifer Albuja. See, Cheryl Rhines was minding her business, driving to work, when she began to feel sick. So she pulled over on the shoulder of a highway in Newark, and the state trooper by the name of Jennifer Albuja responded, and Cheryl Rhines didn't respond to her commands. Okay, Cheryl Rhines couldn't communicate coherently. Okay, she couldn't stand upright. So Jennifer Albuja, the state trooper, thought she was intoxicated. Now, Cheryl had no signs of intoxication. Jennifer found no signs of intoxication. Okay, no smell or sign of substance abuse. And Cheryl Rhines, her face was drooping. You know why?
Why?
Because Cheryl was having a double damn stroke. Okay, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Jesus, I understand why you're not spinning the block on earth. All right, this woman, Cheryl Rhines, was having a stroke, and Jennifer Albuja thought she was effed up. Oh yeah, she was effed up, just not off no drugs or alcohol, okay? This woman, Cheryl Rhines, was dressed in business attire at 8 a.m. on a weekday and had no prior offenses, okay? Don't let Donald Trump find out about this one, all right? If Donald Trump finds out about this woman, Jennifer Albuja, I may even agree with him that this is DEI hire behavior. Okay, this is the incompetence people believe DEI hires display. I don't know this woman's race, and I don't care, but I do want to know her age, because one of my favorite OGs who was up here this week, the legendary TK Kirkland, drop on the clues bombs for TK. He put us up on game a long time ago as to why you can't date no young girls. I don't know if Jennifer's young or not, but it sounds very young. You know why it sounds young? And you know why TK don't want to date no young girls? Because you need a woman who can recognize the signs of a stroke. Let's listen.
I said, listen, I got to start fucking with that know sign of a stroke. See, people don't think about that. I got to start fucking with that know sign of a stroke. These young can't save your motherfucking life. That's right. I'm in my 60s. I gotta stop thinking I'm a young kid. Could you imagine I'm f***ing with a young bitch? I'm over her house. We eat motherfucking sandwiches and my face drooping. My eyes go back. And this like, ooh, look at my He making faces. Oh, I never seen this one. I never seen this one. We about to go viral. Hey! We up at a 2,000, baby. Keep slobbing. Keep slobbing. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Put the phone down.
TK is absolutely right. You need a woman who is old enough to recognize the signs of a stroke. Jennifer, I have no idea how old you are, but how dare you? Do you know she failed to get Cheryl Rhines treatment at a hospital, and the hospital was 5 minutes away?
No.
And instead of getting her to a hospital, she searched her car, then handcuffed her and took her to the police station. She delayed treatment by 2.5 hours. A sergeant at the station finally called the EMTs, but the state troopers still left Cheryl Rhines shackled on the floor, even after they determined she was in medical distress. Fire the whole department. Okay, where is Doge when you need him? Okay, government efficiency can't just be about money, all right, and be about DEI hires. It should be about blatant incompetence, and this is blatant incompetence, okay? When officers say they are protecting and serving, what does that mean exactly? Because this is the exact opposite of that. Now, Dennis M. Donnelly, I don't know who that is, but I love what he told the New Jersey Monitor. He said, and I quote, "I attribute the botched police response, the state troopers, us versus them, military mentality." He says they approach their jobs as warriors instead of guardians. They see everybody in the public as a danger. They treated this woman like she was a criminal when she was helpless, end quote. I agree with Dennis. Okay, if you see everybody in the public as a danger, then you won't be able to recognize when someone in the public is actually in danger. This poor woman spent nearly 2 weeks in the hospital and another month in rehab, but she's permanently disabled. She's unable to speak or understand what people say to her. She has a language disorder caused by stroke-related brain damage, all because she didn't get the help she needed in a timely manner because of the ignorance of Jennifer Albuja. Okay, this woman deserved more than $11 million. At first, the jury awarded her $19.1 million to cover her future medical care, emotional distress, pain and suffering, and loss of income, but they reduced it because they blamed 60% of Ryan's disabilities on the delayed treatment and 40% on the stroke itself, which they say the state trooper didn't cause. That's true. But I would argue that the inhumane treatment caused by the state trooper, the fact that she delayed her getting the help she needed, caused more stress and made the situation even more worse. And Cheryl might not be as bad off as she is now if that state trooper would have responded differently and got her help in a timely manner. Look, man, the highest form of knowledge is empathy. And this is why so many of us are ignorant to life nowadays, because we don't have any. Needless to say, Jennifer Albuja, you have none. Please give Jennifer Albuja the biggest hee-haw. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting.
Ghetto.
Oh, and she had been a trooper for only 2 years when she arrested Rhines, and she was counseled by her supervisors about the incident. No, She shouldn't be on. She don't deserve to be a state trooper no more. Not at all.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day. Now, when we come back, Nicole Avant will be joining us.
Oh man, I love Nicole Avant. She has a book out. She came up here last year to promote it. It's called Think You'll Be Happy. But she has the paperback that's out now with a new foreword from her husband, Ted Sarando. So she'll be here to talk all about that.
That's right. And we'll kick with them next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Impacted by him. Bill Withers, Hank Aaron, Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, Andrew Young, and countless executives whom he created opportunities for and shepherded in his remarkable life and career. He was a man who demanded fairness and justice in a world that was often short on both. He loved music and history and made both. Spending time together in the last years of his life filled a void for me that the loss of my own father had created. Wow. I hadn't been in town when my father departed, but I was in the room when Clarence did.
I mean...
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm already getting like...
Well, how are you doing?
Yeah.
We got tissues.
I know. I'm good. I miss him a lot. But I feel very blessed to have had a soul like that. I mean, Clarence to me was one of the most powerful souls I've ever met. I've never met anybody like that.
Same.
I really haven't. And to know that to just feel... Every single day, I feel his presence and just the knowing of this soul raised me. And this soul gave me a toolbox. And that's the best gift he gave me, which was, here's a toolbox. All this gonna happen in life. Grab this tool for this, grab this tool for this. The resentment comes, drop it. This comes, you know what I mean? He was able to, he was just such a master of how life works. And he was so big on, his big saying was, you come with a number and you end with a number. And in between, that is your dash. What the F are you going to do with your dash? It's yours. And your choices and your decisions are going to determine your life, period. Because he said, you've already seen it. It's like Tyler Perry just posted. I can't repost it because I thought it was so good. We have the blueprint.
That's right.
We have the blueprint. We have seen everybody, especially in the black race, who has shown us what they did, how they had to go through it, how they overcame things, how they thought about things, how they strategized. You have a blueprint, but we have to use the blueprint, not just be fueled by it. And I just, the times that my dad always reminded me, again, everybody is going to leave this earth, Nicole. Everybody. That's the one thing we all have in common. Nobody gets a pass. So do as much as you can with your life and experience as many things and as many people as possible and try to do good and make a difference wherever you are and whatever you do in life, because everybody's important.
So when you talk about your father passing, there's a sense of peace, and you guys got to spend the time. Your mom's situation was a lot different.
Yes.
And in this book, you talk a lot about that night when everything happened with your mom. When did you get to a point even where you weren't angry about what happened with your mom?
I would say it was probably about 6 months. In fairness, I remember it was April. It was right before Easter, and I had one huge outburst again with one of my father's best friends, Al Heyman. I called him, and I was furious. I was still screaming, crying, trying to figure things out, and everybody was great. Law enforcement was great. Everybody was, we're going to help you. We've got this. But every day I kept forgiving for myself, not for the person. Didn't condone the behavior, don't condone violence, I don't condone any of that. But I knew I hate what happened so much that I knew if I got stuck in that hate or stayed in that hate, then I was not going to be able to finish Think You'll Be Happy. I was not going to be able to make the 6 AAA. I wasn't even going to be able to be a good human being because I was going to be a bitter human being. That's what I fought. The demon of the bitterness was going to kill me. It felt like it was strangling me. And I was like, no. So I just went through the grief. And the grief, you kind of have to carry it with you. It doesn't go anywhere. Right. So you carry it with you, and then you learn how to manage it. And it does get lighter and lighter, but it gets lighter because I chose to let go every day. I had to ask God for grace, ask God for wisdom and guidance, and then say, I cast these burdens. I'm going to cast the burden of anger. I cast the burden of resentment and bitterness just so I can move forward, not to condone the behavior, but just so I want to move forward in my life. I want to live my life.
All right, we got more with Nicole Avant. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Laura Roques is hanging with us as well. We're still kicking it with Nicole Avant, of course, Clarence Avant's daughter. And her book, Moving Through Grief with Grit, Grace, and Gratitude, is out now. I was going to ask about the movie. I know we talked about it. We breezed over it a little bit. But let's get into the movie a little bit as well, because that's on streaming on Netflix. The 688. So break down the movie and I mean, people are seeing it on Netflix. I'm sure.
I mean, I think it's been #2 on Netflix globally, which is huge for this type of film. I mean, all black cast, female, World War II movie.
It was great.
Thank you.
I learned a lot.
That's why I wanted to tell the story. So the story came to me. It was my fellow producer Carrie Seelig. She sent me a sizzle reel. She said, "Listen, I know that you've probably heard of the 688, but." You know, I don't know if you know the whole story, which I didn't. I heard of Major Charity Adams. I did not know about the battalion. I just didn't. And I went to my mom. I said, how come you didn't tell me? You told me about Charity Adams. And she said, I told you about them. You're not remembering, but you must tell this story, Nicole. This is such an important part of American history. It's a great part of World War II history that none of us really knew. And it's great for black women. And I wanted to celebrate these black women. And we had Mrs. King, who passed away right before we put out the film. But Tyler, being Tyler, made sure he got the film to her and he watched it with her. And she was able to say thank you.
Wow.
And she was able to leave this earth knowing that the world was going to know their story.
I think this movie is so important because, man, when you look at what this administration is doing and you look at what, people are doing all across the country in regards to just trying to erase our history, this might be the only way these stories get told.
It's interesting you say that because I think art and film and TV, all of it, I think it's the best way to keep our history alive, or all history alive, any history alive. That's why there's so many movies, I would say, about World War II and every other war. It's very important to tell the stories in a very creative way. And that's the one medium that usually brings more people together than not.
That's right.
And that's why these stories we have to continue to talk about them. I'm happy that, I always knew the Tuskegee Airmen, and that's why I was so pissed that I didn't know the 688.
Yeah, I didn't
and
know
not taking anything away from the Tuskegee Airmen, but I'm like, well, wait a minute, these black women helped win the war too, in a different way. But if you have no male, there's low morale. And if you have no morale, you're not a winner. You can't win. You can't fight.
Feel like you're fighting for nothing.
You're
That's right.
fighting for nothing. You need to know that you have your wife is home waiting for you, your husband, your father, your mother, your children. You need human connection. There is no email, no Wi-Fi, no Facebook, no nothing. They have the U.S. Postal Service.
That's right.
And that's what I think is so phenomenal of what these women were able to accomplish. And by the way, overseas. Again, not even going to different states in America, let alone at different countries.
Y'all did a good job of showing that parallel too, because the one girl in the movie who her actual significant other, he went away to the war and she hadn't heard from him, so she was frustrated. It really showed why, because I was watching it with people who were but they only doing male, to your point. But then when you saw her storyline, it's that's why the male was important. I think that helped, that overarching storyline helped you understand the importance of their job too. I thought that was a great piece. I don't know if you guys did that on purpose.
No, we did, but thank you for, because Tyler was we have to really show why.
Yeah,
and it actually did happen. But it's again, everyone's oh, it's just the male, but it's really not just anything. It's communication, right? It's humanity, but we didn't get that until that scene that you're talking about.
Yeah,
and it does make a huge difference that people need to see the power of human connection and the power of your why. Why is somebody doing something? Why is somebody being so committed to? They were also trying to prove themselves. They were also trying to plant seeds, again, for all of us to be sitting here doing what we're doing. You don't have to be in the armed forces. I think we all have to remember everybody in our history, everybody before us, they knew they weren't going to see the fruits of their labor. There wasn't, you know what I mean? There were so many people who still fought for civil rights, knowing that they may not get their rights, but we were worth it. That when we came along, we would have our rights. And that is what I respect so much about people who were never going to receive any benefits. and still said, I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do.
That's right. Y'all were nominated for Best Original Song, too.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Well,
for Oscar.
It's amazing because twofold again, because Clarence comes in here again, because my dad and Diane Warren have been friends forever.
Wow.
And the fact that it's Diane who wrote the song and then her singing the song, it's so great. But that's what I was able to say to my father when he was passing over. I said, Dad, here's your journey. Go on your journey. You had such a great journey. I said, and of course, guess who wrote the song? Diane Warren. I said, your girl who likes to curse just as much as you. That's how they became friends. Because he said, I've never met somebody who drops an F-bomb more than me, faster than me, but she's brilliant.
Right.
She's a brilliant songwriter. And I was just so happy that this is the category that we got an Oscar nomination. And I was like, okay, I'll take this because this song is everything. And the song really makes the movie. I don't know how you felt, but I thought the song was just perfect. And I love the response around the world about the 688. If every response is, I had no idea, number one. And then the second response is, and now I could feel that I could do anything. Or I've sat with my children and I've watched this with my children, and this has been great. I mean, I was on Brett Baer's show on Fox, and they were so supportive of the 688. And it was so great that this story is just resonating. That's what I mean. Is everybody wants to talk about this film because it's important, and it's a great piece of history that everyone should know.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning.
That's right.
688. You can check it on Netflix right now. It's streaming now. And the book, Think You'll Be Happy, is out right now.
Paperback is out right
available
now.
right now.
With a forward by Ted Sarandon. Tell Ted we do want him up here.
Yes.
When he's in New York.
Ted will love it.
Okay.
He's great.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you again when
Yes.
when the other book comes out.
Yes.
Please. All right.
Yes.
Nicole Avant, The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Everybody, it's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Pass the Aux.
Go, go, DJ, cause that's my DJ. Say go, DJ, cause that's my DJ.
Yeah, DJ, come spin, now come spin.
What's up, Nyla?
What's up, guys?
Big Nyla.
Happy Friday.
Happy Black History Month, man.
Yeah, happy Black History.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't start.
What?
Don't start.
All I said was Happy Black History Month.
Ignore him. How you feeling, Nyla? What we got today, man?
Man, I'm feeling great. And speaking of Black History Month, y'all know I'm obsessing over this girl. Her name's Kennedy Ryan. She's a black girl from Atlanta, and she makes this spicy R&B. She has a song called Baby Mama that I really like. But I'm gonna play this record called BAN, which stands for bum ass.
That's hard.
I love that record.
I do like that. I like
That's
that.
hard. I just hope it's
definitely spicy.
Yeah.
I just hope it's a record that don't discourage black women from dating black men though. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times black women will hear a record like that and then run out and want to date others, which is cool. But I believe in black love.
What else you got, Nyla?
I believe in black love as well.
Yeah.
But I do, this bum ass. Remember you said that Donald Trump.
Bum ass every people.
That's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with color. It's just if you a bum ass, you a bum ass.
Say the N-word. You over your N-word
Black
quota.
History Month.
Black History Month.
Oh,
yeah. Should be a time where we get unlimited.
That's what I'm saying.
No, not during Black History Month.
No.
Interesting.
You over your quota.
All right. Well, since it's Black History Month, I want to keep it, I guess, Afrocentric. I'm gonna play some Afro beats. Rema just dropped a record called "Baby" and it samples Sade. Just hitting the wine.
That's dope.
Great sample.
That's the wine and a nice fat L, roll a blunt. You know what I mean? That's nice. That's the good vibe.
Rema from Nigeria, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, because Sade is from Nigeria.
Oh.
Yeah, she's biracial. She was Nigerian father and an English mother.
I did not know that. Name Helen.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, you're right. It is.
Helen.
Helen. It's something African too. Helen. Like
Don't say little.
Fondunde. No.
Okay.
Yeah, like Polisade, something like that. Abdul. Yeah, it is.
Just making up names.
I'm serious.
But that's where Sade came from. It's a part of her last name. You're right. It's Polisade.
Polisade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. No, I thought you was just being you.
Charlamagne.
Okay, so IDK and Denzel Curry dropped the track. Y'all know I love rappers who rap. So this song's called SU.
Okay.
Like it?
It's cool.
All right.
I like the first two better.
Definitely like the first two better. No disrespect to IDK. Salute to IDK.
It's cool.
That first one you played, who was that?
Kennedy Ryan.
Hard.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm a rap at heart, so I'm just biased whenever.
You're over your quota.
All right. Okay. My last record for the day is, of course, Cardi B, Partisan Fontaine with Toot It Up.
See, what I can hear New Orleans doing with that is like some big Frida stuff. Like I can see that being a rotation for New Orleans, but it's just a little outside the box of what Cardi and Party I think would produce.
Usually do.
You think so?
Yeah.
That sounds like exactly what they produce.
Nah.
The lyrics, yeah, but it sounds different. Don't sound like a Cardi Party.
I still play Backing It Up.
That's what I'm saying. But that's why I said
that was a good.
But that's why I said, why you say it sound like something different that they would do? Like, just toot that thing up, back that thing up. It's the same thing. I love Party, right? I've been a fan of Party for a long time.
Yeah.
I want more deeper Party, because like Party used to write. Yeah, like if you go listen to his first project, Not Supposed to Be Here, and listen to songs like Mercy. Like, I want records like that. He don't give me enough of that to constantly give me the booty records.
I agree with you, because Shake It to the East, Shake It to the West.
Baby. Shake it to the east and shake it to the west.
I don't know.
But you know, Party's a person that's outside too, and when you're a rapper that's outside, you know, as a DJ, they want to hear their music in the clubs.
But he got records that could play in the club before that got a little more substance. And I like Party.
Backing
dope.
It Up, you can play in the club,
right?
And the whole verse is empowering women. Like, I don't know.
Yo, Nala.
What? All right.
Shake
it to the east. Like, that's like a cheerleader quote. I don't know. I just didn't love it.
And Toot is cool, but I'm just saying, like, I want to hear more. I guess I want to hear more intelligent street records from Party before he gives me that. God damn, Jess over there dying. What happened, Jess? All right, Jess?
You know how something go down the wrong pipe. I'm still laughing at Shake It to the East. It's real pep rally, like.
I want to hear stuff like Hoop or Rap, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear stuff like intelligent N-word from Party. Like, I rock with Party. I've been listening to Party for a long time, way before he blew up. I need more of that.
Okay.
To be able to digest more of this. You know what I mean?
I agree.
All right.
Retweet. If you guys like it, make sure you guys listen to it on my playlist. It's Certified Playlist. You can get to it by following me on Instagram at Nyla Simone, NYLASYMONEEE. Make sure while you're there, you follow my podcast page. We Need to Talk. We drop a new episode every week. And yeah, just tap in. Oh, and then also Battle the Beats is going down February 21st. So if you're a producer and you want to compete, we got DJ Diamond Cuts as a guest judge.
Shout out to Diamond Cuts.
And then we also have Daffy Aura as a guest judge. So if you guys are interested, please submit your beats. You can go to certifiedvibe.com. Submissions are open.
All right. Well, let's get to the People's Choice Mix. You know we throw it back on a Friday. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Charlamagne the God here, and I want you to let Audible expand your life by listening. Tap into your well-being with audiobooks, podcasts, and originals on better health, relationships, finance, and more. And reach the goals you set for yourself. Sign up today for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's Black History Month. What we doing?
Man, salute to my guy B. Dot. You know, every day during Black History Month, my guy B. Dot puts out a podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network called I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either, where he tells you about some Black History Month facts you may not have known. So today we're going to go back 132 years ago, where black college football was born in a snowstorm. Okay, where horse-drawn carriages and custom-made cleats paved the way for a game that would change history. Let's check it out.
I didn't know, maybe you didn't need. I didn't know, I didn't know, I didn't know, I didn't know.
We know who the 2024 HBCU champion is, but let's take it back 133 years ago, 1892. It's freezing. Snow is everywhere. And what do these brothers decide to do? Start black college football. Yep, in less than a football field of snow. Because when life gives us blizzards, we make history, baby. Now, I live in Charlotte, and to get to Salisbury, it's about 45 minutes in the car. But back in 1892, it was Mason Betha and Cameron. Horse and carriage, 5 hours. Do you know how long 5 hours is in the cold? That's when your toes start questioning their life choices. And they wasn't rolling up in luxury carriages. No, this ain't Cinderella. It was more like, hold on tight, y'all. One of these wheels is wobbling. But here's where it gets good. Because the women at Livingstone College, they like to say, LC. Let me tell you, these ladies were the real MVPs. Because they didn't just make the uniforms. They tailored them. I'm talking custom fits. I can see them now over there on the campus of LC. No, Jerome, hold still. Your chest is lopsided. And cleats. Oh, they didn't buy no cleats. They customized them. Probably had some brother in the workshop like, hey, y'all want some spikes or some glitter on y'all's? Because, you know, sometimes you got to pop out and show it again. So game day comes. And where do they play? No, not a stadium. Not even a field. A lawn. Yeah, somebody's front yard. I mean, you out there dodging defenders and daffodil bushes. I don't even know if daffodil bushes are a thing. And let's talk about the final score. Biddle Institute, 5. Livingstone College, 0. Biddle Institute is now Johnson C. Smith University. They like to say, JCSU. But that was the final score. 5-0. And I know what you're thinking. Was that even a game, or did somebody trip into the end zone? But it wasn't about the score. It was about the statement. These dudes weren't just playing football. They were saying, yeah, it's snowing. And yeah, we got 10 hours of carriage ride, round trip, but we still gonna make history. And they did that. That game laid the foundation for everything we love about HBCU football today. The women supporting the team, whether it's getting the uniforms out, cheering, in the stands, the bands, the halftime shows, the energy. It all started with some brothers in the snow and some sisters with a needle and thread. So next time you're watching a game, sipping your hot cocoa, remember this. December 27th, 1892, 133 years ago. These folks was out there in freezing weather, no gloves, just grit. And the women? Oh, they were on the sidelines like, y'all better win. I ain't stay up all night sewing these uniforms for nothing. And I didn't know. Maybe you didn't either.
Happy Black History Month.
I learned something new every single time B-Dot does that, man. So make sure you subscribe to I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, hosted by my guy B-Dot. Salute.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive notice. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. All right. Now, you guys enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. I was actually supposed to be in New Orleans, but
you bluffing.
No, my daughter's, I'm a dance dad, and they have a competition on Super Bowl Sunday, which makes no sense to me.
Oh, I got that this weekend too. My daughter does competitive cheerleading, so I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but I know this week I'm probably gonna be the only dad there, but it's all good. I enjoy seeing my daughters do their dance thing and compete. So hopefully they get a couple of first place prizes. But I'm just here for it, man. I just love it. All right, it's time to get up out of here. What you doing this weekend? I know you in New Orleans.
I'm in New Orleans. Yeah, I got a couple events to pull up to. I got a couple interviews to do, and then I still haven't even decided if I'm going to actually go to the game. I don't know. I might actually fly home just in time to watch the halftime. I feel like, that'll be better to watch on TV, because then you actually get to see like the angles. It's not like a big loud concert.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just feel like it'll be better to watch Kendrick on the TV.
Yeah, the concert.
Be there.
I seen Dre and them perform, and I seen The Weeknd perform, and when I was there, you miss so much because you're there actual, and like you said, you missed the angles, you missed this one, you missed that one,
right.
And The Weeknd came out right next to where we were, and you just didn't feel the effects. And when I seen it after, I'm like, it was so much better to see it on TV than to be there in person to see it.
Well, you can experience it live and then go watch it later.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's cool.
But and you don't want to fly back Monday with everybody else.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The Super Bowl started at 6. I'm flying back probably like 4 o'clock.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, be safe out there. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do. We was talking about empathy earlier during Donkey of the Day, man. And I just want to tell folks that empathy is about standing in someone else's shoes, all right? Feeling with his or her heart, seeing with his or her eyes. Not only is empathy hard to outsource and automate, but it makes the world a better place. So make sure you're making the world a better place by having a lot of empathy for people. Have a blessed weekend.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?